Last summer, we were beaten by Benfica by a goal to nil, knocking us out of the Champions League much to our disappointment, but it also meant that we could focus on the Europa League and winning every competition in Scotland, more than the Champions League. Not that it really makes a difference, apart from what they would play on. That being said, we're now on the 4th of October, we've almost hit the international break, and we have a chance to go top of the table if we win. How'd we get there? Well, we took on Celtic and inside 6 minutes we're 1-0 down, so not the best of starts here. The fact we allowed Maeda to score that goal was disappointing. However, it didn't last very long, this lead. Inside 60 minutes, we've equalised. Antman, proven to be an absolute nuisance coming down the flank, finds Chimiti and Chimiti scores. 1-0. Good stuff for our point of view. But then we score from a corner. Tavernier, his corner slid away and Mike Moore scores to make it 2-1. I'm thinking we're going to do well. Then Celtic decide they figure out how to score again. That's a good ball to Maeda. It's a bit annoying that we didn't defend as well, and Butland probably could have done better with that, honestly, as well. Especially when we could see the goal in the 42nd minute of the game. I thought we would do better than this, but yeah. James Forrest finds Konakiti, and it's annoying. 3-2 before half-time. We then give away a penalty. Engel scores it. It's not a good match. It is not a good match. And safe to say, this was not our best performance of the season. This before the September international break. That being said, our next game was a 5-2 victory against Hearts. The fact we went 1-0 down inside 2 minutes, again, we seemed to go behind early a lot of games this season, but it happened. But then we got 3 goals back with Diamonde, Suter and Chimiti scoring the goals. Suter's goals, actually the goal of the month, no less, so that's a good finish from him. And then Braga got a goal back to get his second of the game, but then we got a penalty. This is definitely a penalty. It's not a missed penalty. And Gassama makes it 5 before the end. So a good win as far as we're concerned. I realise this was probably a bit zoomed in, but I can't do more than that. But then we took on Celtic in the Premier Sports Cup and we beat them on penalties. We took the lead inside 4 minutes. Then they had a man sent off and it wasn't particularly great. This is another bug, by the way, that I'm noticing. You see the penalties scored and red cards are exactly the same colour. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah. So, Kelechi scored, Diamande scored, McGregor missed, then we scored, missed, scored. I'm going to ignore the fact they were down to 10 men for inside 27 minutes and we still could only get a draw and only win on penalties, but it happened. We then went to Porto and lost by 2-0. They actually went for a very interesting formation. It was a 4-4-2, but with 2 strikers and 2 wingers. And it was an interesting time from our point of view. Either way, wasn't our best game. I would have liked to have seen more from this. The fact that then we're not seeing any of this go away is actually a useful start so far. Can I see more? I'm actually experimenting, by the way, with this. So I'm actually showing you this because I think it's interesting to show the key attributes or statistics anyway. And yeah, they still got really good players. Diego Costa is still quite good. So I was always expecting a defeat against Porto with Rangers. Let's be honest, I'm not exactly going to be able to work miracles there. But then we went to Livingston and beat them 3-0. We scored a penalty with Tavernier later on. We actually took until the 49th minute to get the opening goal, but once we got the opening goal, we just opened the floodgates, and it was really good from our point of view. A good performance, and we looked really good once I started shouting at half time, telling them, you need to do better, what are you doing? Do better than this, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. It was good. And all 3 points in the league again. But the last game we had was actually a 4-1 victory against Red Star, so that's a good performance. 3-0 before half-time to get a goal back, and then Chimiti scores a hat-trick, or completes his hat-trick. So, good performance there. 32 shots to their 16. Yes, there's a lot of shots in this game. Probably questionable that we had that low of an XG despite having so many shots, but hey, we scored 4 times. I can't complain. We just need to be better with our chances, really, don't we? But what that has done is left us in 2nd place in the league right now. If we win against 3rd place Falkirk, we go top. Yeah, Celtic got top. They've not lost the game yet. We lost to them 4-2, and they're top by goal difference. But if we win, we go 3 points clear because they've drawn 3 times. So, happy days, I suppose. Hearts have already dropped more points in the season than they've done in real life. They've actually lost the game for 1 to us, so that helps. But yes, we have an opportunity to go top of the table. I'm hoping we can do it. And I know we can, because Falkirk, who we take on in the cup, by the way, in the semi-final, having gone past Celtic, that's going to be a good time for us. And I think we can do a good job here. Either way, this is not my team, because I just realized how tiresome the players are. I know it's international break soon, but I am not going to play players that are extremely tired. That's just asking for trouble. Okay, so this is my first team for the game. There's a few changes I just made. Fernandez starts for one. I don't really use him that much in the competitions elsewhere. I've changed my entire midfield. Rothwell and Cameron start in this game. And other than that, it's completely the same as it has been before. It's working for me. I'm not going to change it. Why would I change something that absolutely works? But yeah, Falkirk are going for the 4-2-3-1 formation. I know we could do a good job here. It's one of those games where we've definitely proven ourselves to be a good team. We just need to be a bit more proactive in some areas. The fact we only dropped 3 points so far this year, and that was a defeat to Celtic, is saying all I need to know. And yeah, this is a good opportunity for us to do good things. I really think we can beat Falkirk today. Okay, we are going to just look at the dugout, which is in front of that fence with no stand. Good to know. But I'm also not going to make the mistake of not commentating after what happened last time out against St Mirren. Also good that the game is not going to crash after I looked at the highlights last time out. Okay, we've got a free kick. Taverni's going to take it, so Paddy's eating up more time, mate. We're starting so slowly, and Cameron's gone for goal. I don't know why he went for goal there, but here's Raskin anyway. There's Taverny, who's got time and space to do stuff. Here's Rothwell, though. I know we've rotated a little bit because of tiredness, but I'm still expecting him to win regardless. That's a corner. Bain apparently made the save. I'm not going to lie, I've probably seen more highlights than this, but they've also actually had the better match momentum in the latter stage of the first half here. So it's not great. And we are going to be top regardless as things stand, so it's just a matter of making sure we do ourselves justice here. Look at our average ratings right now. It's mostly the front wingers that are not being particularly great. I partly wonder if it's because they're tired or not, but I'm also just going to say, look, I'm not happy. Do better, please. Come on. You need to step up. You guys need to step up and show everyone why we are expected to win this. It's not hard to imagine why I'm saying it, is it? Right? I think I've justified, personally. That being said, Ant-Man's probably going to be coming off soon because he's tired. Okay, so I've got 2 changes that we made. And it's the 2 wingers. I said I was going to take off Ant-Man, but I decided actually I'm going to take off Mikey Moore as well. If we get a goal and one of those 2 players is involved in the assist, I'm actually going to change my plans as Mikey Moore cuts inside and does that. Yeah, I'm changing my plans. Mikey Moore's just scored that goal. Okay, Mikey. Thank you for that. Where that came from, I do not know. Mikey Moore has just scored one of the best goals we'll see in a while. He's cut inside, yeah, and I'm amazed he's done as well as he has here. I've seen a lot of those chances missed so far. It's not been missed for once. That being said, I am still going to take Ant-Man off, and Gassama's going to come on. Okay, now we're going to make 3 more changes. We are now going to bring Asgard for more. We're going to have Bojan on, and we're going to bring on Macoma, actually, surprisingly, because the winger that the fullback that we're going to bring at Sterling, who's actually started to play games again, is slightly tired. So Mahoma's going to come on. Yes, his fitness is not great, but I'm going to work at this either way. Okay, so Taverny's going to take the corner. He's actually the tiredest player on the pitch, or the player with the most fatigue anyway. And I don't know what to expect from this, but Cameron's here. Finds Gassama. Cameron. Goal! Lloyd Cameron scores. Nice! It looks like it's been deflected in, but I don't care. Given that the first goal he scored for me so far is great. And I think I can't actually remember how old he is, but I know he's quite young. I could be wrong. He might be 20, but that's a good goal for him to score for us. 2-0. Okay, so we are going to make some more stuff happen. As Suto's now on as the right back. Mahoma, who actually was in the under-19s team, but I thought, because he's on loan, I'm going to throw in the first team every now and again when we need some players that need to rest or something, and he's a perfect player for that. Raskin fires Cameron, plays across, and Gassama scores. It's free. Don't actually know how this has gone in, to be completely honest with you, but I'm also not going to complain. Raskin fires Cameron. Cameron, he's played it across, and it looks like the defender gets there first, but then it doesn't look like he has. I don't know. It looks like the defender's got to that, but then somehow gets it in anyway. And that is the 3-0 victory to take us back to the top of the table. Happy days. I knew giving the players a piece of my mind was a good idea, so we're starting to look very, very good. And I was 22, so it wasn't 20. He's apparently he's also listed for loan, and I've been playing him every now and again, so that's funny. So I am going to end things on this note. We are top of the table, having finished the round of fixtures today. There is a game tomorrow. I'm not going to show you what happens there because, quite frankly, it is of no importance to me in the slightest. We are comfortably clear of both teams, 11 points to be exact. But we sit top of the table after 7 matches, going into the October international break, which has just happened in real life, and I'm happy. Hearts are 4 points behind us, so that's good. We have 3 points led Celtic, who are the only team to have taken points off us this year. We need to be able to beat Celtic in actual league games in the future, and once we do that, then maybe the title will be ours. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.